And joining me now here in our studio in Washington, D.C. is Kristian Mouritzen. He is actually a Washington journalist with the Danish broadcasting and media outlets, many of them. He's also the bureau chief for Berlingske, which is one of 3 newspapers in Denmark, one of the 3 biggest, actually. Thank you for joining us. Sad news for your country. What is your reaction?
I think the reaction in Denmark was shock, but it was also expected because we have had the issue with the cartoons 10 years ago. The cartoons about Mohammed that was printed in one of the Danish newspapers. So everybody has actually expected that for many, many years. But of course, it's a shock. It's really a shock when it comes to reality.
Right. Well, the cartoonist Lars Vilks, he's been the target of these attacks for quite a while. He had 24-hour surveillance bodyguards. In 2007, he drew that cartoon of Mohammed as a dog and has been on a death list drawn up by Al-Qaeda. Do you think that the people there believe he was exercising his right to free speech, or do they really view him as an antagonistic person?
I think it's a little bit mixed, but I think most Danes believe that you have the freedom of expressing your thoughts. There is, of course, a lot of criticism in Denmark also against Lars Vilks and the drawings of the Mohammed cartoons. Of course, there is a lot of criticism. But we have for 10 years been living with the threats. So I think that if you look at the Danish opinion right now, it is definitely that people should have the right to exercise freedom of speech.
Okay. Mr. Vilks has said publicly, he told the Associated Press that he is not shaken by this incident. I'm quoting him. He says he has his own bodyguards, obviously, but do you believe that he will be holding these free speech seminars in the future? Do you think this will deter him at all, or the people to attend them?
I think definitely he will. Lars Vilks is not a part of the original cartoons. He is a Swedish person that has drawn some cartoons that was even more provocative than the original cartoons. But definitely he will continue, and definitely there would be people in Denmark that would attend these meetings, of course. So we will see a lot more from this. The big issue here is that, of course, the Danish intelligence know exactly who those people are and surveillance and so on, but it's very difficult to do anything about it. And as we can see, the Danish police was actually present when this terror action was committed, but they were able to do it. So the big question is, of course, what to do next.
So you're saying the reaction among the Danish people is much like what we saw in Paris, where people rallied around the issue here and the right to free speech, and you believe that's what's going to be happening in Denmark over the next few weeks as this situation unfolds?
Yeah, people are really rallying about freedom of speech and so on. And I could see on Facebook today that there was very few people in Denmark that was actually making any criticism against Lars Vilks, because he has been criticized also a lot for going a long way to make these drawings of Mohammed and so on. But this criticism has not stopped completely, but at least has been less than it was previously.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much. Kristian Mouritzen with Berlingske newspaper. We really, really appreciate your time.